Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of the Gerard's video email service. Today we have Jerry Johnson from R&R Marketing here.
Hello.
And Jerry and I are going to be going through some of the new additions to our Italian portfolio. And Jerry, you want to start off? Tell us a little bit about the wines?
Well, in my short time that I've known Joe and the people here at Gerard's, we've come to notice they have a large Italian portfolio and a great following for Italian wines. What I brought to them were some even more esoteric and kind of maybe American unknown Italian wines that are traditional, great values, and that Gerard's and the staff have gotten behind. 3 of the wines come from a producer called Saladini Polastri, and we'll talk about them first.
Sounds good.
Now you know this wine. This is Filario Ascolani. Again, the producer is Saladini Polastri, and this estate is located on the eastern Adriatic coast of Italy, a little south of Tuscany, and the blends in the wines are from great varieties that most Americans won't be familiar with, but they're traditional blends. Literally centuries have gone into developing these wines with the grapes that are indigenous to that area. The Filario Ascolani is just the local name, the area that it comes from.
Thank you.
And all it really is an unbelievably refreshing Chardonnay blend. It's about 70% Chardonnay, and then there are some traces of Trebbiano, Fiano, Pinot Bianco. It's all aged in stainless steel. And what it is your Italian white wine that they've said for years that the Italians keep in Italy for the most part while they ship us their large commercial Pinot Grigios. With the wine world kind of shrinking and shipping capabilities becoming much more efficient, we can now get some of the wines that people have been asking for. And this is just one of those little village wines that people have raved about for years, now in the United States. I know you've had great success with it.
This is excellent. Yeah. It's nice and refreshing.
Clean,
Great
no
for the
heavy
summer.
oak, a little more body than most commercial Pinot Grigios, like
Oh, yeah.
I said. Great with shellfish, seafood, light salads.
Yeah, salads definitely.
And you can tell them the price because it retails for under $10.
Yep.
An incredible value. The 09 vintage, which we're just about to ship, this is 08, will be the first time on the label that it's certified organic, even though they've been farming organically and have been European certified for literally decades.
That's excellent. Great summer wine. Very good, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the second white wine, also from the same producer, Saladini Polastri, is one of their unique specialties and a curiosity to most American consumers, but it's a white wine from a grape variety called Pecorino. Same as the cheese, absolutely. From the region where, yeah, the cheese is famous. Pecorino is an extremely aromatic white grape varietal. You can...
What's that on the label? Is that a pig?
That's the sheep.
Oh, the sheep.
Hence the cheese. What is striking about this wine right off the bat is the aromatics are so explosive. You get little hints of banana and mango and pineapple. There's almost a hint of sweetness on the nose. But I think we're both in agreement when you taste the wine. Bone dry, very bright acidity, great mouthfeel. Only medium body, but there's plenty of texture.
It's a little tropical
Yeah.
fruit thing going on at the end. I really like it.
And it's under 14% alcohol, so it's something you can enjoy an entire bottle with your meal or just outside for a cocktail. Another wine, it's about telling the story, knowing that this is a traditional type of wine from this region of the world. And these guys are great at finding these little gems from areas that maybe Americans aren't that familiar with.
And it's certified organic too, which is pretty cool.
Yep, the whole estate,
Yeah.
everything from the 2009 vintage on as we move forward will be certified organic.
That's great. That's nice.
So 2 incredible completely stylistically
Yeah.
different white wines from the same producer. Great for the summertime. The slightly fleshier Pecorino will be terrific in the fall. Always a great aperitif. Highly recommend the wines.
Very good.
That being said, Saladini Polastri is probably most famous for, and in the last Italian issue of Robert Parker, he mentioned that they make some of the great red wine values in the world, not just Italy. So they are an estate that's famous for the red wines. Their benchmark wine is Rosso Paceno. Rosso Paceno is the DOC, meaning the area that has been designated by the government. And what Rosso Paceno is, for Americans who may not be familiar with the term, it's just a blend of Sangiovese and Montepulciano, the two great varieties that thrive in the Marche region. So this Rosso Paceno 2008 is their entry-level wine. It's 70% Sangiovese, 30% Montepulciano, aged 100% in stainless steel. It's youthful, vibrant. You can see the deep purple color.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the telltale brick of some older Sangiovese. It's very bright.
You could just tell from the nose, there's no oak at all. It's great.
It's classic Italian red. I say this about these wines all the time. We hear people every week come home and say, I was in Italy, I was in France, we sat at the restaurants, we drank the local wines, they were magnificent. These are those types of things that are finally making their way to the United States. And Girard's has been at the forefront, whether it be Spain, France, and especially Italy, of bringing in the real small producer, family-owned gems from all the great regions of the world.
Family owned. That's what it's all about.
It's very important. And lest that make you a little bit nervous, because they are small production and they're organically produced, doesn't translate into a big price. This Rosso Paceno is every day on sale here for $9.99.
That's really nice. It's a lot of wine for $10. It really is. Good stuff.
Really is one of the great $10 values for everyday drinking that you can find anywhere. And we'll step out of Saladini Polastri just to mention another type of wine that most Americans may be somewhat familiar with but not understand. This is a producer called Ter di Talamo. Again, a family-run estate in southern Tuscany. Morlino di Scansano is the name of the wine. And Morlino is just the local native term for the strain of Sangiovese that goes into this wine. It is recognized by the Italian government. This particular wine is about 85% Sangiovese, and it blends in some Cabernet Sauvignon and some Alicante.
I don't want to interrupt, but I think you just made a great point. A lot of Italian wines, the name alone scares people.
Sure.
They don't know what Morlino di Scansano means, and they instantly walk away from the product.
Americans were raised learning about wine being named by the grape variety that's in it, Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay. European wines are almost universally named according to where they come from. So Falerio Ascolani is actually a city, or an area. It's giving you the address of the wine, and then you're supposed to know the grape varieties.
Right, that's grown locally, yeah.
And Italy gets very confusing because there are about 25 different distinct regions, and within their sub-appellations of those regions, it's almost never-ending. So it can get confusing.
Definitely.
Joe and the staff here understand Italy more than most retailers out there, so don't hesitate to ask, and don't sell yourself short on the opportunity to taste some of these great wines because a label may confuse you. That's what they're here for. They're looking to help, and they have a great love for Italian wine, so I'm sure it'll be a very rewarding experience to ask questions. So that being said, yeah, most people are not walking into a store looking for a Morlino di Scansano. And this is a step up in both price and I think quality. And although they may not ask, a customer may not ask for Morlino di Scansano, I'm sure a ton of people come through the door and say, what's the best $20 bottle or under you have?
Right.
And if they specify Italy, this may be a place to go. This is a $16.99 bottle. Again, everything that's farmed here is organic and sustainable agriculture. The blend, Sangiovese, Cabernet, and Alicante, I mentioned, it sees some oak aging. It is a richer, fuller-bodied red than a Rosso Pacino. Great structure.
Be great with a steak.
Well, it'd be great with almost anything.
Yeah.
And this is one of those Italian reds that some people who are afraid of the high acidity in a lot of Italian wines, the acidity here is subdued. The body's a little richer, slightly higher alcohol. So yeah, steak would work. This is an Italian wine that the American wine drinker who's cut their teeth on Cabernet and Merlot may transition to Europe a little more easily, and probably for less money.
There's great balance
Yeah,
in this wine. It's not over acidic. It's very balanced. It's really nice.
And in closing, I would just like to say these are the types of things that I've been working with Joe at Gerard's, helping him to find, because his goal is to establish a selection that touches on all the great wine regions of the world. He focuses on family growers, certainly sustainable agriculture, and value. So if you're looking for something different, please stop in, try any or all of these wines, and don't hesitate to ask. Again, there are unlimited types of wines out there, and this is a great place for you to start your experience.
Thank you. Yeah, they're all under 20 bucks. I think we got a home run here, definitely.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
My pleasure.
All right. Thank you, guys. Take care.